can't believe we're starting over again. But I guess I should call it quitting weed again, day 2. Not quitting weed, day 2. Just to be clear. So, I said a lot of rambling shit yesterday on my video. I'm fully aware of that. And most of it's all true. It's pretty much all true. One thing I noticed is that I said I hadn't hung out with my sister and niece and nephews in a couple months. And that's not entirely true. I hadn't hung out at their house in a couple months. I did see them at the beach for one night of drinking, which was a similar effect for me. After that was done, I felt like bleh, same shit, different day. But this was 2 nights in a row doing the same thing. And because my uncle was in town, we had a lot of catching up to do. Granted, me and my uncle were very close on the phone, but it was the first time that we actually hung out in person. So there was a lot of stuff to talk about. But all good things, you know, just kind of uncovering the past with parents and stuff. All the stories and the why they are the way they are and all that good shit. So, but one thing that I did say that was very, very true is that I am definitively done with the drinking and the smoking again. It took me doing the same shit one more time to realize how much it holds me back. I mean, even as something as simple as coming out here and shooting a video, like I'm like fucking a little bit nervous about it again. I don't know why. People like fucking walking up on me and shit, like, leave me alone while I shoot my video. I don't need no onlookers right now. But that'll go away again. I just gotta get my confidence back. I think that it's a combination of a few things, you know, the job aspect, and then also the dating scenario thing. I call it dating scenario because it wasn't really dating. It was more or less just feelings developed for said person and, you know, the beginnings of passion and all that fun shit. You know, so doing that, and then smoking weed to cope with that. Started out with just the oil shit to cope with it. And then, what do you know? In comes the flower weed. So yeah, one weekend full of my old self, and I do not like my old self at all. I like my new self. And my new self isn't gone. I'm gonna pull it right back up. Like I said in the video yesterday, tag him back in. He's sitting in the corner going, no, 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 Field, no, no, no. So I hear him, and I'm going to rectify the situation and fix it. Starting with today, you know, I did some gym stuff. I did some cleaning, and no drinking today. Not that I normally drink by this point anyway. I usually have a couple at the end of the day. But my mindset is secure, and I'm ready to move forth. So I'm not gonna do that. I was talking to another buddy of mine who, he's like, man, I'm doing the same type of stuff. I'm moving forward and all that, but man, I'm gonna have my beer at night. I'm gonna have my beer. He only has like one at night or whatever, and I think he drinks like Bud Light or something. So that's basically water. And you know, if you can do it, you can do it. And then on another note, I was talking to one of my favorite followers on the interwebs earlier today about how she smokes the weed and gets everything done. She's fully happy in her relationship, happy with her family, happy with her kids, happy with, you know, her job, like everything. So, and she smokes every day, and I guess, you know, maintains the zest or whatever. I'm just not that person. And I think it's because of all the years, and that goes into what I was talking about with my uncle and my sister and brother-in-law, is all the years of, you know, dealing with my dad and his parenting style, and how nothing was ever good enough for him. And, you know, always trying to seek his approval. And then eventually at some point, I think I was 16, I decided to fuck it, I don't need your approval anymore. And I mean, I still did subconsciously. Really only up until recently have I decided that I don't need that approval. But back then, you know, when I was 16, I started smoking a shit ton of weed and covering up everything. So for me, it's many years of using weed, and then more recently alcohol, which I drank when I was younger, but I think in my recent couple of years, it's really done a number. And one thing you can tell is this stuff that I've been working on, a little pudgy time right here, it started going away, but then all it takes is 1 week of fucking up and hey, it's back. Look at me, fat Phil again. No, I'm kidding. I'm still in way better shape than I've ever been. In all ways of the word, mentally and physically and all that good shit. But all it takes is losing my focus and continuing to go down the path that I started to go down, repeat offender this past week, and that could go right to shit pretty fast. We're not gonna let that happen. Sorry for the boring content. For the first time, I've actually gotten thumbs down on my videos. I don't know who did that. I don't know why you did that. You made me feel all self-conscious and stuff. I thought y'all like my thumb in, you put the thumb down. I forget who was saying it to me, but someone said to me that I needed to go back down. I think it was my good friend Aki, actually. He said to me that when I told him my regression, and he said, you need that. You know, it's natural to get to the point that I'm at and then backstep or go backwards and then realize, wait a minute. No. This is why I no longer want to do those things. So that's what it took. I definitely used this past week or so as a learning experience as to the main benefits of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and the major setbacks of not continuing if I were to go back down the same path, how that would affect me, and how I would just be the same old person and wither away. But I'm not gonna do that. As I said in my video yesterday, I do plan on being in the best shape of my adult life by the end of this summer, and that's happening. Fully confident in it. It takes focusing and not doing the weed and the beer for me, and that's fine. I had a little hoorah, a little you know, going back to the old ways for a second, and now I got it out of my system, so it's all good in the hood, and we are going to move onwards and upwards. So yeah, that's it. Videos will get better. I know I said that before, and I think they did kind of start getting better. But this past week has been a fucking shit show for me, so week and a half or something like that. But gonna get back to work tomorrow, and I definitely am not drinking anymore, and it's gonna all turn around, and I'm gonna get right back where I was. The little thing right here on this side of my face won't go away again, and I'm gonna be Badass Phil again. This Badass Phil right here, and that's where we're going, straight back to Badass Phil town. So thanks for the likes, and the comments, and the subscriptions, and have faith that this show is going to keep going on, and we're going to make some massive strides over the next couple of weeks. I'm definitely going to implement more watching of what I eat, and structuring my meals and doing better with all that, and structuring my workouts better, focusing on core workouts as opposed to just miscellaneous chest, try, back, by, all that shit. So we're gonna make it shake and bake. And as always, thank you so much for following. I love you all. Real deal.